Hey everybody, Justin here. This week's a little bit different. We're out this week. It's Thanksgiving in the US, and instead of chatting SaaS, Aaron and I, the rest of the team, are spending some time with family and friends and all the other people that keep us sane enough to run these crazy businesses and write all this crazy software. Today's episode is just a little different. We're going to do some highlight reels from people we've had on, specifically focused in on family and the support systems behind entrepreneurship, the spouses who put up with late nights, the kids who don't care what your MRR is, and friends who listen to you complain about problems you created for yourself, and all the first world problems that you built for yourself after having a little bit of success. Building a company can be intense and lonely. Sometimes it's crazy. And there's a lot of people around us who put up with it and support us through it. So it's kind of with all of that in mind that we have some clips here about kind of the laughs and the hard times and the family behind the entrepreneurial journey and behind creating SaaS apps. We are back next week with another awesome episode for you. But for this week, enjoy some stuff that we've done earlier this year. And we'll see you next week. Thanks.
Welcome to SaaS That App, building B2B web applications, the podcast where we share real-world stories, practical advice, and tech insights for those building or thinking about starting a tech-enabled business. I am your co-host, Aaron Marchbanks.
And I'm Justin Edwards. Each week we bring you the stories, strategies, and insights you need to build your SaaS or tech-enabled business smarter, not harder. Let's dive right in.
So what kind of sparked your journey into the world of SaaS, and what keeps you passionate about it and helping people in that space today?
I think in terms of passion, one of the things that particularly a bootstrapped SaaS business provides is the ability to focus on, I think, on the personal side of things that matter to you in life. And that doesn't mean that it's easy or always smooth sailing, but when you combine technical skills, marketing know-how, whether that's with a co-founder or the founder themselves is able to slowly build a business, we're also able to really nurture other parts of our lives. And time again, I've kind of gravitated towards that way of operating. It's not necessarily the best way, but it's a way that certainly for me has been fulfilling to be able to spend time with people that I care about, as well as do stuff that's been really interesting, intriguing, intellectually stimulating. Rob starts every conference I've been at with a picture of his family. And I think as a full circle, you guys asked, why did I start this? It wasn't lip service to that photo that Rob does. It was the other way around. It was quite literally, I wanted to start a company that allowed me to see friends and family and embrace that part of my life.
Being a founder, most of it is managing your own psychology. That's what I found. Like as I was building Drip and we were, adding 10K of MRR every month, it was this incredible rocket ship business. I was like, this is amazing. I was so stressed and so anxious. I went into work every day thinking, oh my God, what is going to happen today? And is this business going to implode? Because just everything felt like it was going wrong on the inside. But from the outside, people were like, this is a great business. So it's managing your psychology and having either a mastermind group. Well, I'd say a mastermind group plus probably a therapist. I'm in it because it allows me to be healthy. I'm not I'm not broken inside and need to be repaired. I have no stigma around this word, but mastermind, therapist, potentially a coach if you can afford it, who's doing more businessy stuff with you. So you have a place to vent and to level set, and so you're not in your own head all the time. Because that's my problem, is I stayed in my own head too much and didn't talk to smart people who could be like, hey, wake up. This is really fun and this should be fun. And you're actually having the success you've always wanted. Why are you so unhappy? And I see a lot of folks doing that. It was a lot of that. It was really the latter where, so my wife, Dr. Sherry Walling, she was a clinical psychologist. She has a PhD in psychology, and she is now effectively a coach for high-functioning CEOs, executives, and founders. And half of her practice, half of her clientele is folks who are thinking about exiting, in the process of an exit, or have exited and are like trying to recover from it because it's like a little bit of PTSD. And so she came to me and said, I'm telling a lot of these people the same thing over and over. I'm saying the same things. I feel like I'm going to write something.
My life has been an unusual journey, right? My story opens at 23, grinding on aluminum parts for minimum wage with a new wife and new baby on the way and no college education. That's kind of how my story opens. And just through intellectual curiosity and fortitude and just this desire to learn, it's always way harder. You spoke of work-life balance. I don't think of people who work for others, who talk about work-life balance would think that I had it, right? Now, I have 6 kids, an amazing wife. We homeschool. She has never had to work in our marriage. So I have some privileges there, like I would fully acknowledge. And I never missed a kid's birthday, right? That was important to me. I worked lots of weekends. I worked through the night, lots of nights. I sacrificed extracurricular activities for my kids because I couldn't afford them, because I wasn't taking a big enough salary compared to what my salary was like when I was working for other people. Sacrificing yourself, your time, your emotions. So you better have a great partner, a life partner if you're married, because this disrupts marriages way too often. And if you really want to win, a 40-hour work week ain't gonna cut it. You've got to be thinking about this when you're cutting the lawn, before you go to bed at night. When you wake up, you're grabbing on the phone, looking for engagement from potential leads. Like, it's a deep engagement and committed thing.
Yeah, but at the end of the tunnel, there's potentially an 8-figure exit. So, you've got that to look forward to.
I wouldn't change anything.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. I'm built that way, right? I'm built to do those nights and weekends and be sustained. I'm not draining energy when I'm working on a model. I'm giving energy, right? And so that's big. I'd like to think I didn't really make any mistakes with the family. My wife and I are still happily married. We're loving life at this stage in our life, and my children seem to be happy and well adjusted, but that's a conscious effort, right? What I sacrificed was my leisure. I didn't sacrifice my family. I didn't sacrifice my work. I sacrificed the video games, the football games, the going out to sports events, the golf, all that crap I didn't ever care about anyway. And so for me, it wasn't a hardship.
Thanks for cruising along with us on SaaS That App. We hope you grabbed some insights that were inspiring, actionable, or at least entertaining.
If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review.
Until next time, keep building, keep growing, and keep those apps sassy.